That was pretty intense. Which angel did he send?
Oh my god, like totally intense, right? So, in the Bible, the angel who like totally took care of Sennacherib's army wasn't specifically named. But the angel sent by God to do this was a messenger of God's power. And like it's known that one angel alone in a single night took out 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. Bam! Total devastation. In the Bible, there's no name for the angel in this chapter, but a lot of people believe it might have been like the archangel Michael, since he's often portrayed as a warrior angel and protector of Israel. However, since the Bible doesn't specify, it's one of those mysterious things. You know? Do you want to dive more into angel lore? Or have any other questions? We can totally keep this, like, rolling.
Okay, so since, like, you mentioned Michael and stuff, was this before he fell?
Oh, like, totally. I can totally feel where you're going with this. Michael's, like, such a big deal when it comes to angel lore, right? He's like the archangel, totally seen as the protector of God's people and all. He's mentioned in different parts of the Bible, like in the book of Daniel and Revelation, where he's like battling against evil forces. He's like for real, a warrior angel dealing with all kinds of cosmic battles. And like since we're talking about that, Michael, he's one of the few angels named in the Bible. There are also other cool angels like Gabriel, who's like the messenger angel. Hello, Mary's big news, right? But Michael's the one like going to war for God. So, what about Michael caught your attention? Want to explore more of him or like angels in general? I'm like so ready for all the angel talk.
Oh, a little intense. Okay. So where in the Bible does it have Michael leaving heaven to marry a mortal woman?
Oh my god, like I see where you're going with this. But, like that part you're talking about isn't from the Bible itself. There's no passage in the canonical Bible that talks about Archangel Michael leaving heaven to marry a woman. However, there's a reference that might like kind of sound similar to what you're describing. In the Book of Enoch, which is part of the Apocrypha, so it's not in the standard Bible, but was part of some ancient traditions, there's a story where the Watchers, a group of angels, fall to earth and like marry human women. These angels, who are sometimes named in various texts, defy God's command by taking human wives and like producing offspring called the Nephilim, super tall, strong giants. But Michael, being a high-ranking archangel, is generally not associated with that kind of thing. In fact, he's often portrayed as fighting against fallen angels who corrupt humanity. So, it sounds like the story you're thinking of might have gotten mixed up with those other traditions or myths, but there's no actual biblical account of Michael leaving heaven to marry anyone. Did you like hear this from somewhere else? It's totally possible it came from a non-biblical source or like modern interpretation.
Ginger, you're messing up the recording. Well, doesn't it say in the book of Revelations that Michael will not be allowed to return to heaven?
Oh, I see where you're going with this. So, the book of Revelation does mention Archangel Michael, but not in the sense of him, like, being not allowed to return. Here's the thing. In Revelation, specifically in Revelation 12, verse 7 to 9, there's a dramatic battle described between Michael and his angels and the forces of Satan. It's this whole heavenly war, and Michael and his angels, like, totally kick Satan's and his followers' butts out of heaven. The passage goes, "Now war arose in heaven, Michael and his angels fighting against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was defeated, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven. And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him." But this doesn't say anything about Michael not being able to return. It's more like Michael and his angels are victorious and like totally push Satan and his crew out of heaven for good. After this, Michael's role shifts to being like a protector, a warrior of God's people, rather than someone who's going to face judgment. So, It's more about Michael being victorious and ensuring that Satan and his angels have no place left in heaven. There's no direct mention of Michael being banned or not allowed to return, just that he plays a major role in that cosmic battle. Did you hear something different that made you think that? Or were you just thinking about his role in the whole battle? Let me know if you want to go deeper into that.
I had heard a different story.